Getting started with your Cinemagraph, you're going to just open your video just like you would a regular image. So I'm going to go up to File, Open, and then find where my image is saved and hit Open. Now at this point, treat your video just like a picture and go through and edit your image basically. So I'm going to crop it first. So I'm going to crop some off of the edge there where this little water droplet is. I'm going to crop that. And then hit this little check button. It crops the image. You can go through and adjust your levels and curves. So I'm going to go color by color here, holding down Option, adjusting those levels. So I'm just clicking and dragging across the screen here. And then at that point, I would go in, adjust the curves as well, and any other adjustments you want to make. So maybe you want part of your image to be black and white while the background's in color. You could go in and adjust that too. Once you have your image cropped and adjusted, we're going to change a few other settings that are important as you're working with creating your video. The first thing we're going to change is if you click in the corner down at the bottom here in your timeline, you can change the sound, and we're going to mute that just so there's no sound or audio going on in the background of the Cinemagraph. So again, just click on this little button in the corner, go to Music, and hit Mute. And then in the upper right-hand corner of the timeline is this little settings toolbar. So I'm going to click on that, and then make sure that Loop Playback and Allow Frame Skipping is selected. So you should have a check mark next to Loop Playback and Allow Frame Skipping. And then the other thing that we're going to go in and change is Set Timeline Frame Rate. And right now this is set to 30. You shouldn't need it set that high, so I'm going to change this to 15. So go ahead and type in 15 for now and hit OK. Another setting I'm going to change is in this little settings panel down here, so right next to where this volume button is. And this is the resolution. I'm going to set the resolution to 25%, just so as I'm watching the video and I keep playing it back, it's not going to take forever to load. When you go to save your image eventually, you can set it back to a higher resolution. But just for now, just for playing and watching the video, I'm going to set that resolution to 25%. And the last setting that we're going to change on here is the image size. Same concept. We don't want the image to take forever to load, and so we're just going to shrink that size a little bit. So I'm going to go to Image at the top of the screen, down to Image Size, and then you can change the width and height. So I'm going to just change mine to 10 right now. Leave the height set to whatever it automatically adjusts to. And I'm going to hit OK, and Convert is fine. So again, that's just shrinking the file size for now. A few things to keep in mind while you're working on your video. First of all, if you hit the space bar, you'll notice that this begins to play. So you can use that space bar to pause the image and play the image. So you can go through and watch that. You can also click on this little blue dial here and move it back, so you can move it back and forth. You can see how it's already taking a little bit of time to load as I move this video frame. So again, that's a good idea to keep that resolution low so it doesn't take too long to load. And now your video should be all set up, so you can move on to the next step.